can't claim makeup as a business expense. It doesn't work like that, because you use it for your personal life. I mean, Finsta used to be able to, till they went all transgender. Now they can't. Sucker. Go work, go broke. That's British sarcasm, okay? Nobody counts on me just yet. I'm brave and I'm strong and I don't deserve it. Yet. Maybe at some point I'll say something fucked up. I hope not. Did I tell you a while ago that there was this date thing that I went on ages ago with this guy, and then I told him, I don't know if I said this on stream because it was a long time ago, but I politely rejected them, and they went down a cliff. They spiraled. Does anybody remember that? Is that any lore that anyone has any memories of? Did I talk about that? I'm pretty sure that I did, but I think it was on a random stream, a random stream with Peeb. Basically, I went on a date with somebody. It was maybe I didn't talk about it because it was the weekend that my granddad died. It was I got the text message the day of the initial date, so it was not good. And then we went on to a second one, and the next day try and recover. And it was one of those ones. I did mention there was a date where I couldn't leave. It got to 9 p.m. or something, or late, and they asked for food, and we went for food, and then after they were we're going to your hotel, and I was nah. And I rejected them nicely. Tried to be nice about it. We just weren't a match. And they didn't get mad or anything. They just kept going, kept messaging and stuff. And I tried to explain, this is not really the best reaction. You can't really double triple down. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know. You can't really double triple down on something like that. You have to kind of just take it and move on, right? And they did double triple down, and they kept going. And I was I prefer if we don't chat, I feel maybe we shouldn't talk. And they kept trying to talk, and they kept messaging occasionally, and they messaged me recently, the other day, saying that they got sent one of their friends sent them this clip saying oh, this is you or something, and it wasn't actually them. It was just how you just send a friend whatever. You see a reel and you're oh my god, this is you. They sent it. It was about ADHD or autism or something we were talking about on stream. And I didn't open the message because I don't want to. But come on, what is it even? What is it? Someone sent me this to argue I'm autistic, and it's a gem. Hope you're doing well. Also said they were proud of me at one point because I started painting Warhammer again, and I didn't block them because I don't know why. I just felt unnecessary because they kind of gave in eventually. And then were yeah, we don't need to talk. And we were getting on as obviously we got online, otherwise we wouldn't have had a date. And I don't know, maybe I was oh, we could be friends or something. Or I didn't block them so I could I don't know, keep sending the messages to be. But yeah, it's easy for me to just ignore it. It doesn't matter, whatever. But oh my god, this is one date. Well, technically two, but one was bad, and both were bad. I did everything. But yeah, I don't know. They kind of went in too deep too quick, and it was a bit scary. Cause I remember what it was. I feel I could maybe talk about it because there's no names or any defining anything. You have no idea who this person is at all. What happened was we had a date, and it was fine. We were friendly or whatever, but the way they spoke to me online was a lot more confident than in person, and in person they just didn't really give very many vibes that they were all that interested, there was no chemistry. No spark or anything like that, right? So when the date ended, they messaged me when they were on the train or something. They were going home, and their message was way the other way. It was I had such a lovely time, you're so great, I blah blah blah. It was like really, really positive, like really intense, like feelingsy. And I was like, oh, I don't like that, and I don't understand it. So that's a no-no for me, I think. It makes me uncomfortable. And that was kind of what shut it down. You kind of want them the real life interactions to match the online chat, otherwise they were like, I don't know, it's just like kind of just getting carried away, getting like love bombing someone or something, right? I'm not saying that they were doing that, but I'm saying like that's kind of what, I don't know, it could come across as, or like could accidentally end up being. It's not anything like they didn't do anything terrible or anything like that. The negative stuff came after, where they just like wouldn't chill and like wouldn't accept that I had said no, you know? But yeah, I'm not saying like you have to one-to-one, but you can't, I don't know, you can't have a no chemistry date and then be like, I really, really like you, because it's like, I don't know, it makes me feel weird. It doesn't sit right. But again, it was like the weekend that my granddad died, so I don't know if that was really like the most, you know, the optimum scenario and vibe for a day. I would not recommend that. Eat something. No food. I know I had food. I had a pastry a second ago. Does that count? Tummy says no. I like these. This is a lot of caffeine and it's nice. It feels like being awake. How much caffeine is it? 3 espresso. There's a lot of non-English words on here that I can't understand. So I won't be able to get back to you on that one. We're just gonna have to guess. I have a lot of people in my life, mostly Finsta, who, when they don't know something, they don't immediately Google it. And it's not like they're trying to hash it out, because I can understand problem solving, you know? You like think of something and you're like, I could figure this out. It's when it's like impossible for that to be an option. Like, it's impossible to just somehow spontaneously create the answer to the question asked. You would have to research it. And they just don't. They're just like, what do you think? What? Google it, silly goose. No, it's good to like not, like, I think it's fine to not know stuff. Who cares? Like, but it's there for you to find out. Like, it's you can go and find, we have all knowledge, like, readily available. Just go get it. I just don't try and make up an answer. Like, we're sitting there trying to think up, you know, who invented the fucking wheel. Just Google it, you know? I don't need to pretend. We could have an answer to this and we could move on to something else. That's how my brain is, like, feels with that. But I'm very much that kind of person. Like, if I have a question, I need to figure out the answer. I can't just sit and live with the fact that I don't know it if I can find it out. Pondering is the old school way, but also the completely wrong way. You sit there pondering, I've already learned 6 new facts. And they're all about gacha games. Icky, yippee. Thank you for 2 months. Hell yeah. You've not watched my stream in months? Well, that's kind of mean and cruel and evil. Do you not know what you're doing to me? That's me crying, by the way, if you couldn't tell.